then I'll start recording. Ishara, when you're sharing initially along with the sloka, the Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1.6.31 should also be visible so that we know which sloka we are reciting.
Okay.
Scroll down a little bit. Oh, it is written above. Vrajeshwar Prabhu.
Yeah.
Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1, Chapter 6, verse is written on top. This is some other sites from where she is sharing.
Copy.
Not Veda base.
Okay.
Oh, packet Veda base maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I will share. Is the screen visible?
Yes, Guruji.
Yes.
Let me start recording after that. Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1, Chapter 6, verse 31. Antarbahishcha lokam strin.
Antarbahishcha lokam strin.
Paryemyaskandita vrata.
Paryemi ashkandita vrata.
Anugrahan Mahavishnur.
Anugrahan Mahavishnu.
Avighatha gatik vachit.
Avighata Gati.
Antarbahishcha lokam strin.
Antarbahishcha lokam strin.
Paryemi askandita vrata.
Paryemi ashkandita vrata.
Anugrahan Mahavishnur.
Anugrahan
Mahavishnu.
Avighatha gati kvachit.
Avighata gati kvachit. Antarbahishcha lokam strin.
Antarbahishcha lokam strin.
Paryemi ashkandita vrata.
Paryemi askandita vrata.
Anugrahan Mahavishnu.
Anugrahan Mahavishnur.
Avighata gati kvachit.
Avigata gati kvachit. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charnaruvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Synonyms. Anta in the transcendental world.
Anta in the transcendental world.
Bahi in the material world.
Bahi
in the
material
world.
Cha and
Cha
Lokan planets.
Lokan
Planets.
Three divisions.
Three
divisions.
Paryemi travel.
Paryemi travel.
Askandita unbroken.
Ashkandita unbroken.
Vrata vow.
Vrata vow.
Anugrahat by the causeless mercy.
Anugraha
by the causeless mercy.
Mahavishnu of the Mahavishnu Karnodagasai Vishnu.
Mahavishnu of the Mahavishnu, Karana of the Sai Vishnu.
Avighatha, without restriction.
Abhigata, without restriction.
Gati, entrance.
Gati, entrance.
Kvachit, anytime.
Kvachit, at any time.
Translation, please repeat after me. Since then, by the grace of the Almighty Vishnu,
Since then, by the grace of the Almighty Vishnu,
Vishnu,
I travel everywhere without restriction.
I travel everywhere without
everywhere without
restriction.
restriction,
Both in the transcendental world and in the three divisions of the material world.
Both in the transcendental world and in the three divisions of the material world.
This is because
This is because
I am fixed in unbroken devotional service of the Lord.
I am fixed in the unbroken devotional service of the Lord.
Narad Muni ki jai.
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 As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, there are three divisions of the material spheres, namely the Urdhva Loka, topmost planets, Madhya Loka, midway planets, and Adhya Loka, downward planets. Beyond the Urdhva Loka planets, there is, that is to say, above the Brahma Loka, are the material coverings of the universes, and above that is the spiritual sky, which is unlimited in expansion, containing unlimited self-illuminated Vaikuntha planets inhabited by God Himself, along with uh, His associates, who are all eternally liberated living entities. Sri Narad Muni could enter all these planets in both the material and spiritual spheres without restriction, as much as the Almighty Lord is free to move personally in any part of His creation. In the material world, the living beings are influenced by the three material modes of nature, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance. But Sri Narad Muni is transcendental to all these material modes, and thus he can travel everywhere unrestricted. He is a liberated spaceman. The causeless mercy of Lord Vishnu is unparalleled, and such mercy is perceived by the devotees only by the grace of the Lord. Therefore, the devotees never fall down, but the materialists, that is, the fruitive workers and the speculative philosophers, do fall down, being forced by the respective modes of nature. The rishis, as above mentioned, cannot enter into the transcendental world like Narada. This fact is disclosed in the Narsimha Purana. Rishis like Marichi are authorities in fruitive work, and rishis like Sanaka and Sanatan are authorities in philosophical speculations. But Sri Narad Muni is the prime authority for transcendental devotional service of the Lord. All the great authorities in the devotional service of the Lord follow in the footsteps of Narad Muni in order of Narada Bhakti Sutra, and therefore all the devotees of the Lord are unhesitatingly qualified to enter into the kingdom of God Vaikuntha.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Jnana Siddharanta Sijana. Jana Shalabhya Chukshurunnaita Jinatasmi Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Patha Swami Iti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nithaya Kripa Pradhayine Gaura Kata Dhamadhaya Nagara Grama Tharine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti namine namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavati Paschatyadesatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hare Gopal Govindaram Srimad Sudanam Mukam Karadi Vachalam Pundulanga Tegiri Metripatama Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Mishwaram Harium Tatsat. So it's a very wonderful words. Again, Narad Muni is continuously speaking with this lotus mouth, the lotus nectarian words that how merciful, how graceful is the Karnodagasai Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By his grace, Narad Muni is able to travel not only in the 14 planetary system divided by 3 divisions, but also into the spiritual realm, that is Vaikuntha Loka. And purport, Srila Prabhupada is very clearly specifying that this is not possible for any yogis or even jnanis to trespass this particular material realm. And how it is not possible, because the entire material world is driven by these 3 modes of material nature by virtue of its qualities of goodness, passion, and ignorance. And these 3 modes have no access outside the material world. So as long as anyone is bound by any of these 3 material nature or mix of these 3, they have no access outside the material world. Even if they rise to Brahmajyoti level, they have to fall back because of the modes of material nature. So some secret is given in this particular purport by Srila Prabhupada, why people fall again and again and again and again in this particular material world amongst 8,400,000 species of life, birth after birth. The reason is he is conditioned by these 3 modes of material nature. As soon as he rises above these 3 modes of material nature, he need not come back again, he need not fall again into this material nature. And Narad alone knows that secret. And so he has yoga is the only way with which you can release yourself from the shackles of this gold, silver, and chain of modes of material nature, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance. As soon as you release yourself from the clutches by following the Bhakti Yoga process under the bona fide guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, then there is no question of falling in this material realm. And your body is transformed into as good as Narad Muni's body, and we can travel without any Sputnik or any other requirement, additional external help. You will be able to Anta Bahi, Antaranga and Bahiranga Shakti of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Anta refers to Antaranga Shakti, which is spiritual realm, which is Vaikuntha Loka and Goloka Vrindavana. And then Bahi means Bahiranga Shakti, which is the material world. So anywhere you can travel once you are and your body is above the 3 modes of material nature. So the process of this Bhakti Yoga introduced by Sri Narad Muni in our Acharya Parampara from the day 1 of its creation almost is to just, follow the bona fide spiritual master, follow the previous acharyas, 9 type of devotion service Sri Narad Muni has taught us through his disciple Prahlad Maharaj. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, and so on. So in this Kali Yuga, especially chanting of the holy name Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare is the very shortcut of following this Bhakti Yoga process, and try to follow all other aspect of the devotion service under the bona fide spiritual master and being in the satsanga. So naturally, once you are situated in chanting 16 rounds every day, which is known as Bhajana Kriya stage. And from this Bhajana Kriya stage, Rupa Goswami takes us through the accepting the spiritual master, then Anartha Nivritti Marga, Nishta, Ruchi, and so on and so forth. So till you obtain the Krishna Prem. So there is no question of any of the three modes of material nature playing even a tiniest part in your life or in your body or in your mind or in your intelligence when you take to this Krishna consciousness boldly and offenselessly and execute it with all your enthusiasm and determination and all your Mayar Pita Mano Buddhi, Krishna says. So all your intelligence, mind, everything engage in the service of Krishna. So then when you are present in the very same body, you will be able to cross over the three modes of material nature. And as soon as you crossed, there's no question of obtaining another body here, because any body obtained here is controlled by the three modes of material nature. And when you rise above along with your body, these three modes of material nature, they don't have access to you. They don't have access to you. So it is our fortunate position that we have got such a wonderful spiritual master and Acharya Parampara and Srila Prabhupada, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Dvaitacharya, Sri Gadadhara Pandit and Sri Vastakur and all ShanthaGopi Prabhus and the whole Acharya Parampara is there to protect us from all directions. What is the difficulty? And simply following what they say, and which is very easy to follow. Following what this material people say is very difficult to follow, but following what our Acharya Parampara says is very easy to follow. There is no criteria that who can follow and who cannot. So over to ShanthaGopi, because I need to check in here.
Vrajeshwar Prabhu, my voice is very bad because I'm not feeling well. My throat has a real tough. I'll try.
Okay.
Okay.
So
okay,
we'll go to the
next verse.
Next verse. Yeah, we'll go to the next verse.
I'll speak.
Srimad
I'll take.
Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 6, verse 32.
You check in.
Yeah, I can check in later after the class. I just needed 2 minutes. Maybe during the purport they are reading, I can.
Okay, I'll read the translation and the synonyms. Yes. Okay, stop.
Devadattami mam veenam.
Devadattami mam veenam.
Sarva Brahma Vibhushitam.
Sarva Brahma Vibhushitam.
Murchayitva Harikatam. Gayamanascharāmyaham. Devadattami mam veenam. Sarva Brahma Vibhusitam. Murchayitva Harikatam. Gayamanascharāmi aham.
Deva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna.
Deva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna.
Oh, Krishna. Dattam, gifted by.
Dattam, gifted by.
Imam. This.
Imam, this.
Veenam, a musical singing instrument.
Veenam, a musical string instrument.
Swara, singing meter.
Swara, singing meter.
Brahma, transcendental.
Brahma, transcendental.
Vibhushitam, decorated with.
Vibhushitam, decorated with.
Muchayatva, vibrating. Harikatha.
Murtayatva, vibrating.
Harikatam, transcendental message.
Harikatham, transcendental message.
Gayamana, singing constantly.
Gayamana, singing constantly.
Charami, do move.
Charami, do move.
I.
Aham, I.
Translation. Ishara, you are having translation with you? Okay. Okay. And thus I travel.
And thus I travel.
Constantly singing the transcendental message of the glories of the Lord.
Constantly singing the transcendental message of the glories of the Lord.
Vibrating this instrument called a veena.
Vibrating this instrument called a veena,
which is charged with transcendental sound.
which is charged with transcendental sound.
And which was given to me by Lord Krishna.
And which was given to me by Lord Krishna.
Purport.
Oh, Gaura, Hari. Somebody read the purport, please.
The musical string instrument which was Lord Sri Krishna is described in the Linga Purana and is confirmed by Jiva Goswami. This transcendental instrument is identical with Lord Sri Krishna and Narada because all of them the same transcendental category. Sound vibrated by the instrument cannot be material, and therefore the glories and pastimes which are broadcast by the instrument of Narada are also scroll up.
Yes. Yeah. Not visible. Hello. Your voice is cutting off. I cannot hear what you are reading.
Scroll. Where is it?
Scroll to what?
Without a tinge of, okay, I'll read.
Yeah.
Transcendental without a tinge of material inebriety. The 7 singing meters, namely Sa, Shajja, R, Sa, Re, Rishabha, Ga, Gandhara, Ma, Madhyama, Pa, Panchama, Da, Daivata, and Ni, Nishada, are also transcendental. That is Sa, Ri, Sa, Ra, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, are also transcendental, meant for transcendental songs. As a pure devotee of the Lord, Sri Narada Deva is always fulfilling his obligations to the Lord for his gift of the instrument, and thus he is always engaged in singing his transcendental glories and is therefore infallible in his exalted position. Following in the footsteps of Sri Narada Muni, a self-realized soul in the material world should also properly use the sound meters, namely Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, etc. in the service of the Lord by constantly singing the glories of the Lord as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Om Tat Sat.
So Narad Muni has got a very wonderful instrument called Veena. This is not material Veena. This is actually Lord Sri Krishna has presented to him
We cannot hear you very properly. It is clear, but voice is very low.
Okay, so
now it's okay.
Narad Muni has got an instrument called Veena. This is a not material Veena. Why? Because it is given by Lord Krishna. And anything Lord Krishna touches or gives is, completely spiritual, transcendental. And this Veena is also like that. What does Narad Muni do with this Veena is he will constantly sing the message of Lord, the glories of the Lord. And he will vibrate this instrument Veena, which is a transcendental vibration by itself. Plus, when he sings, his sound vibration is also transcendental. So this is a very wonderful kind of kirtan leader. He's a kirtaniya. And this particular thing, which keeps Narad Muni in blissfulness, along with his Veena, and he is always traveling very wonderfully and doing this kirtan with this Veena. Srila Prabhupada is writing, Srila Prabhupada is writing that in Linga Purana there is a specification of this particular Narad Muni's transcendental Veena given by Lord Krishna. Very, very beautiful. And Srila Jiva Goswami has confirmed it, of course. And this transcendental instrument is non-different from Lord Krishna because it is given by Lord Krishna. It is identical with Krishna, means there is no difference between this particular instrument and Krishna. Put in other words, Krishna has given himself in the hands of Narad Muni for his all pure, unalloyed, devotional service that Narad Muni is rendering. This is the beauty. Krishna says, Bhaktya Mamadhijanati. So he hands over himself unto the devotee who is performing devotional service from the platform of Ahaituki and Apratihata. Without any reservation or interruption, one performs unalloyed out of love when they perform the devotional service of Krishna. The 9 types of devotional service that we know of, which is revealed by Narad Muni because he is the performer, so he reveals the secret as it is. This is our parampara secret, Anybody who comes in parampara, including Lord Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radharani, everybody, they reveal the secret of how to control God. They reveal the secret very openly and they live by example showing it. See, this is very practical. Why you want to unnecessarily suffer? Come on, take to this transcendental vibration and vibrate yourself and you become transcendental too. It is so beautiful. And Srila Prabhupada is writing that this particular Veena is not even a bit of material inebriety. And this Sarigama Padani is not actually a material sound vibration as these people are misusing in the material world for their own sense enjoyment and name, fame, glories. No, this is meant for glorifying the message of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, exactly as Narad Muni does. Acharya Parampara knows that how to use anything given by Krishna in the service of Krishna. So Narad Muni is using this Sanketa, the Sarigama Padani, in the service of Krishna. This is very much authorized, very much bona fide, and it is live by example by Narad Muni that it should be used in the glorification of Lord Krishna, not for the conditioned souls, the conditioned sense gratification. It is not meant for that. And so Narad Muni is always engaged in singing. So Kirtaniya Sadahari. So the position of one person who is doing the Kirtaniya Sadahari, as exactly Narad Muni is doing, as explained in this both translation as well as the purport is that Trinath Visunishaina Karori Vasahisnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Only such a person with the mental attitude of feeling oneself humbler than the straw in the street and tolerant more than a free, give all respect to others, don't expect anything for self-prestige. Only in such condition can a person chant this, or vibrate this particular transcendental sound without any tinge of material this thing. So, inebrities. So, following the footsteps of Srila Narad Muni, any self-realized soul in the material world should also properly use the sound of Sarigama Padani. So, Prabhupada is warning here. We should not use this Sarigama, misuse this Sarigama Padani for our, personal sense gratification. This is very, very important. So, we should always constantly sing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Only by this particular transcendental sound vibration will we be able to surpass this all three modes of material, action and reaction. So, anybody has any questions or comments?
Haribol.
Haribol.
This damage only for all for you.
Hello?
Hello?
Your voice is cutting me off.
Now?
Hello?
Hello? Haribol. Hello?
Haribol.
Haribol?
Tell. Speak.
Harinama Sankirtana is for only Kali Yuga Dharma, full all worlds Dharma. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Are you able to listen?
But not understood.
நம்ம ஹரே கிருஷ்ண மகா மந்திரங்கிறது நம்ம ஒன்லி கலியுகத்துக்கு மட்டும் தானே இல்ல ஃபுல் ஆல் வேர்ல்டு ஃபுல்லா இதே பண்ணணுமா சாண்டிங்?
Is Hare Krishna Maha Mantra only for Kali Yuga Dharma or for all the yugas, right?
Yes.
Okay, so chanting the holy name of the Lord is generally for anybody, anywhere, any yuga, even in spiritual world, beyond yuga, everywhere. But however, there are certain rules, regulations to do that. But by the mercy of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Radha and Krishna, in this Kali Yuga, he has given us a particular concession that you don't need to follow any rules and regulation. You are unqualified. Still you chant this, vibrate this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you will achieve the ultimate destination of love of Godhead. This guarantee is given by unlimited mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only in this Kali Yuga. Never was given this before with such a concession and with such potency both simultaneously. Never was that such a wonderful opportunity. Only in this Kali Yuga, this opportunity is given by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Haribol. Thank you. Another doubt. அதாவது பிரம்மா தூங்க போயிடுறாருல, அப்ப எல்லா ஜீவராசியும் போய் அவர் அடங்கிடுறதுல உள்ள பிரளய காலத்துக்குள்ள நெக்ஸ்ட் 12 hours வரும்போது கர்ப்போதக சாய் விஷ்ணு திரும்ப அவருக்கு டீச் பண்ணுவாரா இல்ல அவர் கண்டினியூ பண்ணுவாரா அப்படியே?
So the question is, when Brahma goes to sleep, all the living entities, his creations, everything enters into Garbhodaga Sai Vishnu, and when he wakes up again on the next day, will Brahma be taught by Garbhodaga Sai Vishnu again on these creations and on whatever he has been teaching earlier? Good question. Actually, during the dream in the sleep of Brahma, Garbhodaga Sai Vishnu will reveal all that what he has to do after waking up. So the teaching is done when sleeping. So that after waking up, Guru Maharaj Brahma, Pratham Acharya, he will start performing his duties.
No.
Thank you.
Okay, Haribol. Thank you, Jai.
Haribol. Any other questions or comments or realizations? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much for the association, and let's get together sharp 5 o'clock tomorrow morning with the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, followed by Srimad Bhagavatam. Jai Narad Muni ki jai. Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Patita Pavan Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai. Bhagavad Satsang ki jai. Sai Gaura Premanande.
Hari 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 Hari.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Yeah.